Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Podcast Horizon, where we explore powerful ideas that help you grow, not just in English, but in life. Today, we're talking about something that decides who keeps learning English and who stops too soon. It's not talent, it's not luck. It's something deeper, something called grit. The word grit comes from psychologist Angela Duckworth. In her famous book, Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, and it explains why some people stay strong through challenges while others give up. So, what is grit? Grit means you love what you do and you don't give up. It's the passion for your goal and the strength to keep going, even when things get hard. Maybe you've asked yourself, why do I lose motivation? Why do I stop studying when my friends keep going? Angela Duckworth had the same question. She studied students, teachers, athletes, and even soldiers. And she discovered something surprising. Success wasn't about being smart. It wasn't about luck. And it wasn't about talent. It was about something inside. Grit. Grit has two main parts: passion and perseverance. Passion is your love for learning, that feeling when you enjoy listening, reading, or speaking English simply because it makes you happy. And perseverance is your strength, the ability to keep going even when you make mistakes or feel shy. When you fall, you get up. When you fail, you try again. That's perseverance. Imagine you've just started learning English. At first, everything feels difficult. You can't understand fast speech. You forget words. You feel nervous when talking. But you don't quit. You listen to podcasts. You watch short videos. You read a few pages every night. You even practice speaking with yourself. That's grit. The quiet strength that makes you keep growing. Angela Duckworth found that successful people aren't always the most talented. They're the ones who don't stop. Think of two English learners. One studies for hours once a week. The other studies every day for just 10 minutes. After 6 months, who do you think speaks better English? The one who stayed consistent. Consistency is the real secret. When you listen every day, your brain becomes stronger. When you speak every day, your mouth becomes faster. When you write every day, your ideas become clearer. Growth doesn't happen in big jumps. It happens in small, daily steps. Now let's talk about something important. Failure. Everyone fails. Everyone makes mistakes. But people with grit see failure differently. They say, it's okay. I can try again. When you fall, you don't stay down. You stand back up. Maybe you tried to speak English and someone didn't understand you. You felt embarrassed. But next time, you'll speak slower. You'll use new words. You'll do better. That's grit, to keep standing up. Failure isn't the end. It's part of the journey. Every time you make a mistake, your brain learns something new. That's perseverance. Learning through effort. Now, let's talk about passion again. Passion means loving what you do deeply. It's the fire that makes you say, yes, I want to do this again. But passion isn't always fun. Real passion means caring deeply, even on the boring or difficult days. If you love English, you'll keep learning, even when you're tired, even when people say, why are you still studying? Your heart will simply answer, because I love it. And remember, passion doesn't appear all at once. It grows slowly. Maybe you started learning English for school. Then you began to enjoy songs and movies. Then you started meeting people from other countries. Step by step, passion appeared. So, if you don't feel it yet, don't worry. Keep going. It will come. The next word is purpose. Purpose means why you do something. People with grit always know their why. Maybe your purpose is to get a better job. Maybe it's to travel and talk with people. Maybe it's to teach your child English. Whatever it is, your purpose gives you energy when you feel tired. It reminds you why you started. Angela Duckworth says, "Passion is about what you love. Purpose is about what you give." When you learn English, you're not only helping yourself, you're helping others too. By sharing ideas, by teaching, by inspiring. And that's beautiful. Now let's talk about practice. When you study English, don't just read words. Use them, speak them, write them. When you listen to a podcast, don't just listen, pause, repeat, copy the pronunciation. That's real practice. It's not always exciting. Sometimes it feels slow or boring. But that's how growth works. It's like planting a seed. You water it every day, and one day it becomes a tree. Your English is that tree. So keep watering it with daily effort. Many people start strong and stop quickly. They feel excited at first, but lose energy after a few weeks. But grit means staying strong for a long time, months, even years. Think of learning English as a long road. You walk it step by step. Some days it rains, some days it's sunny. But if you keep walking, you'll reach your destination. The secret isn't speed, it's staying on the road. If you're tired, rest, but don't stop. The author studied soldiers, students, and teachers. She met a soldier who failed an exam 3 times but didn't give up. He trained again and finally passed. She met students who didn't get top grades at first, but they kept practicing and became the best. That's what grit looks like. You don't need to be perfect today. You just need to keep going tomorrow. And here's the best part. Grit can grow. You're not born with it. You build it like a muscle. How? Find what you love. Practice every day, even for 10 minutes. Remember your purpose, your why, and never give up. Success doesn't come from speed. It comes from consistency. Now, before we close, let's talk about one last piece. Hope. Hope means believing that good things can happen even when things are hard. People with grit have hope. They say, "I can get better. Tomorrow will be easier. I'll try again." Hope is not just a feeling, it's an action. It's standing up after falling. It's saying, "I'll try again tomorrow." That hope keeps your grit alive. So let's remember everything we've learned today. Grit means passion and perseverance. It's loving what you do and having the strength to keep going. People with grit practice every day. They have purpose. They don't give up. They always have hope. You don't need to be the best. You just need to keep trying. That's true for English. That's true for music. That's true for life. So, my friends, keep your heart open. Keep your dream alive. Because you already have grit inside you. Just use it every single day. Thank you so much for listening to English Podcast Horizon. You did something amazing today. You learned English. And you learned about life. When you wake up tomorrow, say to yourself, "I have grit." Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep your horizon wide open.